Basically, don't get to the point where you're comparing yourself to someone else so much that you start picking up all the different things that they're doing and you're trying to do it just like them instead of trying to be authentic to who you are and what you offer.
Let's stand together wherever you go, I'm going. When no one's left, ain't no need to be stressed, you'll be right there. You keep on pouring and it's overflowing your blessings. You showed me love, thought it didn't exist, but it's right.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Destiny Alexis, and welcome back to my channel where I motivate women to live their full potential in life and in business. Today's video is all about how to get you started with entrepreneurship. So a lot of you guys have been interested in starting your business and maybe you have a few questions on how to get started in the first place. This is the best video for you to watch because I am going to break down a few tips on how you can get started with your business. So the first thing I would say is to identify what it is that you officially want to do in the first place. Identifying what your interests are is going to be so helpful when you are trying to start your business because you have to first develop a business plan. A business plan is what you are going to do with your business, how you're going to get it started, how you're going to get it off the ground, the funding, your name, your logo, all of the things that you need to do is going to be in your business plan. If you have never started a business before, or maybe you've started one initially, but you kind of stopped, it's a great idea to reflect back on what you've already done. But if you haven't done so, then you need to find inspiration. So here are a few things that you need to focus on when you are starting your business. The first little pillar that I will mention is branding. And branding is basically how a person will perceive your brand. It's going to be the visuals, what they're going to see. And honestly, it's one of the most important parts. So branding for me was something that I initially started with on my own, but I eventually went to graphic designers to help me build out my vision in a more efficient way. And sometimes as you go in business, you're gonna find that some things you're gonna have to do yourself and other things you're gonna have to outsource for. I suggest investing into your logo because it is the most important part of your business and it's going to be the part that people really identify with first, because when you see a brand like Chanel or Louis Vuitton or Mary Kay, all these other brands, you know them by their logo, and you may not have paid attention to it. You maybe haven't thought like that before, but those are those brands' logos, and guaranteed they paid money to have something that is timeless and something that they don't have to change after years and years to come. So I would say invest into your logo. The next thing as far as branding goes would be identifying what type of colors you want your brand to have. So for instance, if you're in the hair industry, some great colors for people in the hair industry, since it is a luxury style brand majority of the time, is colors like black, silver, black and white, black and pink. I've seen a lot of different colors, but black definitely speaks to the luxury style tone because it is such a sophisticated look. It's very clean, it's very classy, and it's very bold. And so if you're in the hair industry or whatever industry you're in, do your color psychology. Look into what colors mean. Neutral colors. Neutrals to me kind of means like more minimalist, more laid back, more cool, right? Black to me is sophisticated, it's bold. Pink is loving, girly, it's fun. And so if you look at the different colors and the different color psychology behind it, it makes a lot of sense. And when you are building your brand, it's important for you to identify how do you want your brand to show up online. The next thing I would say is to focus on your social medias. And so when you think of having a brand, for instance, I run a nail business. I had to really identify what platforms are best for my business to be on. You know that when TikTok came out, it was really great for short form content. It was really great for people to just get quick videos out. And as you guys know, a lot of content creators jump to TikTok, and rightfully so. It's a great platform. I also was already building my Instagram, so I decided to focus on Instagram and TikTok at the same time, and I'm spending the next 6 months growing my nail TikTok to surpass my current Instagram following, and I'll update you guys on that in the next few months. I would say it's super important to identify what platforms you want to be on for your business because certain platforms are going to work better than others. I would say if you are doing anything that is short form content, definitely utilize TikTok. And if you're doing anything that has great cool aesthetics like hair, like nails, Also focus on Instagram, but do not neglect the other platforms that are out there, because there's other great platforms that can do the same thing, if not better. You just have to look into it. The thing I would say is to identify what is it that makes your brand stand out. Maybe there's so many different people in your industry. You have to ask yourself, what do you do differently and what is going to make you stand out? And so I would say definitely showing a part of yourself, showing a piece of yourself is great, because when people get to know you, they can really learn to love you for your personality, for who you are, and for what you stand for. So sometimes just adding a little touch of yourself can make all the difference when you are shining yourself in a different light, standing out in your industry, and when you want people to come to you over the masses. Identifying what makes you stand out, what makes you different, what makes you you is super important when you're running a business. I would then tell you to focus on the finance part of it, right? So how much can you invest into your inventory? How much can you invest into your product line? How much can you invest into the products it takes to actually do the services or do what it is you're requiring to do for your business? When I had to sit down and literally think, okay, how do I expand my business from nail technician to nail business, right? I had to sit down and literally say, okay, can I afford this? How can I afford this? How do I go about it? Even when I was just a nail tech, I had to identify, out of the money that I was making, how much more can I invest back into my business so that I could have some of the new colors, the new trendy stuff, the different charms and designs that all the girls love, right? And so it's constantly identifying how much money is coming in, how much is going out, and how much can you spare. And the more that you invest in yourself, the more chances that you take in business, the more growth that you will see. But honestly, do this with discretion and always talk to God about what moves to make and when to make them. I would also say when you are deciding to start your business in entrepreneurship, don't get so caught up in comparing yourself to other people. Now, yes, I do recommend you having some people that you look to for inspiration, but inspiration is definitely different than imitation. Basically, don't get to the point where you're comparing yourself to someone else so much that you start picking up all the different things that they're doing and you're trying to do it just like them instead of trying to be authentic to who you are and what you offer. I promise it's much easier to be yourself than it is to be someone else. So always focus on standing out, being yourself, rather than trying to be someone else in this industry or in any industry or in life in general. You will be much happier and much better off when you literally have tunnel vision towards what it is that you're trying to do, and all you're focused on is growing and continuing to develop new skills, improve on the skills you already have, and build and progress in your own business. There's going to be times when you get confused and when you get frustrated and when you think about all the different things that you're supposed to be achieving that you think you're supposed to achieve at a specific time. But honestly, God's timing is perfect. So don't ever get discouraged in the season that you're in, and don't ever get discouraged with small beginnings, because small beginnings can always make you great. Everyone started somewhere. Everyone has their own trials and tribulations that they have to go through. Every entrepreneur went through a season or a period of time when they didn't know if entrepreneurship was for them. But I hope that you guys understand that although this is a journey, if you stick in it, you keep going and you keep working hard, it's going to pay off for you at some point. So I'm going to offer going forward more tips and more tricks on how to develop your business, how to develop your business plan, how to get more sure on your ideas, how to get more clear on what it is to be an entrepreneur and what that all entails. If that's something that you're interested in, and if it's something that you found helpful in any way possible, make sure that you guys subscribe to the YouTube family and you stay tuned for more videos like this to come, where I will be giving you all more entrepreneur advice from someone who loves entrepreneurship with all their heart. I run a very successful online nail supply, and I recently started the business She Is Guided, where I motivate and empower women through life and entrepreneurship to help you reach your full potential in life. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you guys stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye.